In the world of bull riding, where the stakes are high and everyone is in it to win it, there's a great chance of rivalries and heated exchanges. The sport is filled with drama, from bitter arguments between the bull riders to the controversies surrounding the industry. In today's video, we'll be talking about some of the rivalries that left a mark in the history of bull riding. Before diving into the specific beefs, let's talk about why these rivalries develop. The cowboys are not only battling against fierce animals, they're battling to win career-defining titles, sponsorships, and competing for pride. These factors are bound to make one want to do anything possible to win that could sometimes lead to heated rivalries. In the bull riding world, when it comes to rivalries, it isn't just about who the best cowboy is. It's a matter of legacy, pride, and sometimes just stubbornness. The first rivalry we'll talk about is one of the earliest rivalries in the sport, one that sets the tone for future generations. Number 1. Larry Mayan versus Phil Line. This rivalry dates back to the late 1960s and early 70s. Larry Mayan, an Oregon-based cowboy and 6-time PRCA all-around world champion, and Phil Line, a Texas-based cowboy, were the most prominent bull riding figures during that time. Mayan was charismatic and had a flair for himself. He was the one who brought mainstream attention to the sport of bull riding, while Line was quite the opposite, a reserved cowboy, a prodigy who only let his work do the talking. The center point of their rivalry came during the 1972 World Championship at the National Finals Rodeo, also known as the NFR, where the two of them went head-on for the all-around world champion title. Line ended up winning the championship that year. Even though the two never interacted much with each other publicly, the commentators and fans set them against each other. This was mainly due to their opposing personalities. Moreover, in 1974, Mayan and Line starred in a documentary called The Great American Cowboy, which highlighted their rivalry during the 1972 championship. This documentary went on to win the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature. While Line retired after winning the 72 title, Mayan stayed in the sport for another 5 years before retiring in 1977, marking an end to their iconic rivalry that continues to be an example for every generation that has come after them. Number 2. Don Gay versus Denny Flynn. Another example of two very contrasting personalities competing head-on in the world of bull riding. This is the rivalry between Charleston-based cowboy Denny Flynn and Texas-based cowboy Donald or Don Gay. Their rivalry dates back to the late 1970s and early 1980s. Don Gay, who was an 8-time world champion, won the hearts of many fans around the world with his confidence and cheeky personality, while Denny Flynn was the opposite, a reserved cowboy with a quiet demeanor but incredible consistency and toughness when out competing in the 8-second battle. These two were the most talked about cowboys during that era. It wasn't just about the championships with these two. The clashing nature of the two cowboys was what intrigued the fans, pitting them against each other. With Gay's larger-than-life personality, he drew in a lot of attention to himself, while Flynn gained immense respect from his peers and the fans due to his resilience and drive to compete, despite suffering many injuries. Even though Flynn never won any world championships, he came extremely close to winning many times. Somehow, Gay always seemed to have an edge on him, leading him to victory against Flynn. This intense competition between the two solidified their rivalry and made for an epic battle for the fans to enjoy. Number 3. Ty Murray versus Jim Sharp. When the king of cowboys competes against someone who even he claims to be his hero, that is a rivalry bound to be for the history books. I'm talking about the rivalry between Arizona-based bull rider Ty Murray and Texas-based bull rider Jim Sharp. When Murray became part of the bull riding world in the 1990s, he took it by storm as the king of the cowboys should, and went on to win 7 all-around world championship titles. However, he did not achieve these titles without a fight. He was faced with intense competition from a legend of the sport, Jim Sharp. Sharp had a near-perfect season in the year 1988, where he rode all 10 bulls at the NFR with a record-breaking performance that got him his first 2 PRCA world titles. This made him an intense competitor for bull riders like Murray, and Sharp never made it easy for him either, always challenging him for the claim to be the best in the game. The two cowboys' much talked about rivalry was not just for the number of wins earned, but also for who gets the most respect and love from the growing fan base of the sport. The fans truly enjoyed these two fighting it out while still maintaining a level of respect. There were often debates among the fans during their era as to who was the better bull rider. Number 4. JB Mooney versus, well, everybody, the modern-day beef. When you're the greatest cowboy in modern-day bull riding history, you're bound to be competition for everyone. With numbers like the ones JB Mooney's garnered, everyone considered him their toughest competition out on the battlefield. Two of the most notable rivalries of Mooney's career were his battles with fellow bull rider Silvano Alves and the fierce bull Bushwhacker. During the 2011 to 2015 era, both Mooney and Alves were making their mark in the sport, with Alves winning 2 consecutive titles in 2011 and 2012, while Mooney managed to break this streak with his win in 2013. As a result, Alves won again in 2014 and then Mooney in 2015. This fight between the two to take the title of reigning champion from another made for a thrilling battle that excited fans all around the world. However, this wasn't the only battle involving Mooney that fans were intrigued by. Another rivalry that engrossed the fans was the battle between Mooney and the legendary bull Bushwhacker. Before Mooney defeated Bushwhacker in their popular clash, the bull had a record of 42 consecutive buck-offs, 8 of which were attempts made by Mooney himself. But this didn't stop him from trying again. In 2013, at the Built Ford Tough Series event in Oklahoma, Mooney managed to score a whopping 92.25 points on his 9th attempt of riding the ferocious Bushwhacker. This competition between man and animal was one of JB Mooney's career-defining moments and an event that is talked about to this day among fans of the sport. Number 5. Jess Lockwood versus Jose Vitor Leme. Another modern-day rivalry that is talked about widely is one between Montana-based cowboy Jess Lockwood and Brazilian cowboy Jose Vitor Leme. Both these bull riders have done exceptionally well in their respective careers, having taken the World Championship title multiple times. Lockwood made his mark in the bull riding world by showcasing his explosive riding style and becoming the youngest PBR World Champion in 2017 at the age of 20. However, then Leme took the world of bull riding by storm when he performed exceptionally well in a record-breaking season in 2021. The Brazilian cowboy, who is known for his great athleticism and talent to deliver clutch performances, set a record of 98.75 points riding a legendary bull by the name of Whoopa. The intensity of their rivalry, however, peaked from 2019 to 2021 when they both were at an all-time high in their careers. Their battle began when they fought for the world champion title in 2019. Even though Leme's exceptional performance did not go unnoticed, Lockwood was just a little bit better, which gave him the title. However, in 2020 and 2021, Leme took his revenge on Lockwood and ended up winning the title for 2 consecutive years. While Leme and Lockwood fight it out in the arena, they still speak of each other highly outside of it, with Lockwood admitting that it is Leme's exceptional talent that has pushed him to become better at his game, so there's an equal fight between the two. This shows us that despite being rivals, the two cowboys have immense mutual respect for each other. It's safe to say that rivalries are the vital spark that the sport needs. It does not only give fans the drama and entertainment they need, it also pushes the bull riders to be better. From the early rivalries of Larry Mayan and Phil Line to the present-day rivalry between Mooney and Silvanos, these beefs have cemented themselves into bull riding history. That's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe.